Hi, I'm Stabelina. Welcome back. This is Heavensward. As expected, we are now starting Heavensward. And in my tradition that happened like a whole one time before, we are going to start this new expansion with watching the movie for title. So I've only watched these two before, so now we're going into this one. Let's see what this story might give us, as I talked and rambled and made probably not much sense in my last video and what I expect to happen in Heavensward. I have no idea. Let's go. Don't remind me. Just happened. Wow, oh no. Please don't be the bridge. Look at them. Ishgard? Ishgard. And above? Floating city? Did I know about the floating city? Hi. You've been in there too long. So it's mainly going to be in Ishgard, and we have to save Roban. And then we have all the other signs, and then we have Orange, which, like, what the crap was all that about? Is he been possessed? Is he been against us, or is there some other thingy that he's trying? I can't think about it, we'll just need to go on. And we shall start anon. Coming to Ishgard. I like it.
The dawn's light will shine again. So long as we have these specious accusations hanging over us, we will struggle to achieve anything. You must go to Ishgard, as Tataru proposed. I will return to Uldar and set things right.
No, not yet.
Pray, do not be so hasty, Master Alphino.
Lord Orchiffon.
Horse fant.
Full well do I understand your desire to clear your names. But now is not the time for drastic action. You yet have allies upon whom you can rely. There is no need to act alone.
Yes. Yes, of course. Pray forgive my impatience.
I bring tidings. Count Edmont has decreed that the three of you be taken in as wards of House Fortan. Under our patronage, you shall be granted access to the city proper. Pray, consider our manor your new headquarters, from which you may gather information and plan how best to proceed. Needless to say, should any of your missing allies be found, as I am certain they shall, they will of course be welcome to join you there.
Forever grateful, like really.
You are more than generous, my friend. On behalf of my fellows, I humbly accept your offer of hospitality.
The Count is a good man and just. He will treat you with the kindness and respect that a hero and dear friend deserves.
Thank you.
To Ishgard, then. Together.
Yes.
There we shall carry on the Scion's legacy. There we shall begin anew.
Hear, hear!
So Alphina has a new voice actor, or am I mistaken? I feel like tactically we do not go to Uldar first. We send scouts to figure out how we are in Limsa and Gridania and see where our allies and what story is out is. Because Uldar is at the moment a super dangerous place and we need to figure out if we still have friends. That's my thinking. Come with me, Alphino. Unless you have smarter thinking. But right now, Alphino's plans need to be scrutinized because his plans went to poopsicle, being too grand, and we need to step it down a bit. No shame on him. He tried awesomeness. It just went to poops. I must go on ahead and speak with the Count. Fear not, however, everything has been arranged. The sentries at the gates of judgment have been informed of our decision. You need but state your names and they will follow you to pass. The manservants shall be waiting for you at the city gates, ready to escort you to our manor, where we shall meet again. Until then, I have no quests. They are where they were before. I'm like, am I even allowed to just travel to the Shroud and Lanusea and Thanalan? I'm, will I need to progress the story to be allowed? Will it be dangerous there? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is where I am. I'm so glad I found Kothas. Entering Ishgard for the first time. Ooh. I'm so giddy. Wards of House Forthems. Ah, yes, you may pass. Proceed to Ishgard, yes. Are we the first non-Ishgardians allowed to pass in like 15 years or more? Because that is legacy. I think I'm a bit underdressed for this. I should have...
And so they came, at a friend's behest.
Finally, Alpina got clothes.
Heroes once celebrated as saviors of Eorzea, brought low through treachery, their names blackened with royal blood. With memories of the lost and dreams of redemption, with hope yet in their hearts, they came.
Bittersweet, is that a statement for this?
To Ishgard, shining city on the mount, overlooking the dominion of Kurthus. A great and proud nation, devoted to Helone, the Fury, ruled by Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. The last bastion of the faith, her walls ever bristling with the sworn swords and spears of her 4 high houses. A land that after 1,000 years of war had forgotten what it was to be at peace. Through gates long closed, the warrior of light and her companions passed, entering at last a city whose history was written in blood. In the midst of the Dragonsong War they came, 3 weary travelers whose arrival would set in motion great change. Though none knew then how great.
The memories of Count Edmond the Fortemps, Heavensward. That is so cool! I need to remember to take that one. I'm gonna take it before I talk to him in case he moves me and then I don't know where I am. And then I forget. Machinist. Let the clan hunts begin. What is this? What's turn? Needs to feel proper bit. Greetings, Mistress Nabham. On behalf of House Fortams, I bid you welcome to Ishgard. My lord humbly requests your presence in his residence in the Pillars. If you would all come with me. Okay. Pillars. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Did I have to attune to all the small ones? Yes. Okay. It's been a while since I've been in a city. I don't remember. Okay. Need to check that I have all of them at one point. Okay. Okay. What is my sign? Oh, that's far down. I'm just gonna go take the etherite close to here before I talk to you. Just give me a mo. In the house I am living in, Fortams, it says so there. Okay. The warrior of light and her brave companions, walking the streets of Ishgard at last. What a glorious sight. I cannot tell you how long I've waited for this day. Allow me present to you my family home, Fort Temps Manor. I should like nothing more than to show you around, but everyone is gathering to receive you. Come, friends. Introductions must be made. I'm dressed enough for this, okay?
My lord, I have returned with the scions.
I hope your journey was not too taxing.
It was, but it's okay.
I, Count Edmond de Fortom, do bid you welcome. As wards of House Fortom, you shall be afforded every courtesy. My home is your home.
My companions and I are deeply honored, Count Forton.
The honor is mine, Master Alphino. Consider it an expression of our gratitude for your service to Ishgard.
Forgive me, my lord, but are you not concerned? To accept foreign guests at such a juncture, especially ones with our reputation.
Do not worry yourself on my account. 'Tis true that Ishgard's first thought has ever been the war effort, hence the closing of our borders. Yet it is in troubled times most of all that men should seek allies, don't you think? Granted, my decision will have raised eyebrows in the vault and in the halls of the other high houses. But so long as you continue with your altruistic endeavors, I doubt my honored peers will feel moved to voice their concerns.
Then there is naught to fear. Though our numbers are much reduced, we are no less determined to carry on our work.
Full glad am I to hear it. But before you return to your labors, why not take a tour of the city? You would do well, I think, to acquaint yourselves with your new surroundings. After all, you may be here for some time.
Though their friends in House Fortams have been generous enough to extend their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It's only proper that we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn we must. Then there's markets and taverns. We'll need to know where to shop and where to have small talk. 'Twould seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. Thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall of course do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. Ah, but I grow forgetful in my dotage. There is something I must give you ere we part. The documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. These documents identify you as ward of House Fortams. Given that our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence there, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Fortams. But let us hope that it shall not come to that. Rest assured that we shall do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Stabo, Tataru, the city awaits. Let's go! Now, can Yugiri come here as well? Or how is like this planned? This is the first time in our fair city. Permit me to show you to the Hoplon, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the Holy Vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled cozy, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services, before descending to Foundation Aetherit Plaza, if there are no questions. And I took that one, I know, and then we go there. Oh, my own skirt! How lewd. The Hoplons are named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity. It's the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both Ishgard's seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statue to the south are perchance Thorin famed Knights 12? Very good, Mas Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thorin, the first to put down Nidhogg and founded this great nation. Ours is a city rich in history and tradition, and there is much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, if you would follow me to the jeweled cozy, I shall introduce you to Mistress Alassi, a mistress of a master of the markets. Ooh. An iterate for me to do. Can I? Yeah, okay. Is it the right thing to do? I have no idea. But an iterate on the way. I'm so used to being able to turn around. Okay. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, wards of assault temps. Port temps. How very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will in need of sundry goods, hence I desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept customs of foreigners. Should you be uncomfortable? Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Weapons, armor, accoutrements, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found in the Cosia. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you soon shall see. Our next destination is the Etherite Plaza in Foundation. Is everyone ready? I like the music here. And here we have Foundation's Etherite Plaza. If you have yet to attune to the Etherite, it would be wise to do so now. And I have gear better than this from my tombstones. So this will be for transmog, if I wish that. Oh, like that. I do not like that. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together. What else can be found nearby? The Sky Steel manufacturer stands to the west. There's our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against dragons. The holy stables, where chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found contagion of our knights most heavenly, while in the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Malstaff. No. Hold your nose when you Pass, broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in our fumes. You must judge me, sir, for I am no lord, but a humble traveller. I come to see the sight, have you? Take a turn down the hoplon and gawp at the statues? Well, if you mind to learn how the better half live, come and have a drink with the forgotten knights. If your nursemaid let you go. My humblest apologies, Master Athenord. Pray pay that drunken lout no mind. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this forgotten knight for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, Dabo. There are a few sources of information more abundant than bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? And then I'm coming too. So we're doing that now. Good to know. I have no idea which one I took. I think I took that one and not that one. I can do that on my own time. Don't mind me. I'm just dallying and dillying and, you know. Well, 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 what have we here? You look like you've seen a scrap or two. The name is Aiten, and I'm the proud member of Clan Centurio, the toughest band of warriors in this side of the steppes. You'll have heard of the hunt, right? The grand companies run it in the rest of Eorzea, but up here, it's the clan's concern. We follow the same system, but we're free to pick our own marks. Reckon you've got the speed, the strength, and the heart to take down some of the most ferocious fiends this side of the seventh hell. If you think you're up to some challenge, head downstairs and have a word with Ardlan. He'll fill you in on the details. Oh, I had picked up another quest. Never mind that. Just ignore me. Must say this is rather unusual. Not just one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with the more notable establishment, Master Gillibrand. Just Gillibrand. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can promise it'll live up to your expectation. But if it's decent food and drink you're after, you could do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I expect your fare is rather more than decent. Fair. Speaking of your clientele, I could not help but note a distance between those who frequent the upper and lower floors. Spotted that, did you? Aye. Up you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights and so forth, dropping in on the way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs, where we all offer a menu of more suited to their taste. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits, all quality, mind, but not the sort of stuff I'd recommend to yourselves. You speak of the lowest levels, and why do they call them Broom? Broom, if I may ask? 'Cause when the weather's foul and the brumble rolls in thick, it's the poor sods living in the bottom who have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just weather. When the Wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Room that got the worst of it, while the Pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind, which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below. And something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphanod, I think it would best if we return to Fort Thames Manor. You go on ahead without me. I'm staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru, I'm afraid that's out of the question. My lord the Count would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place. At least of all a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around Alphanod. This town is full of people whose business regularly take them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come. To me. Indeed. But will you be safer on your own? Oh, please. Do you know how often I looked after the Walking Sands and the Rising Stones by myself? They had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away. Be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I won't let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on a patron in my establishment. That settles it then, Tataru. Stabbo and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by link pearl if you require assistance. I will. And this is how I figure out if I can travel outside of Kothas. This is the below. Which I'm not allowed to go down to yet, apparently. And we have that one. And the closest one was Last Vigil. A whole new place I need to learn. Arnor. Welcome, Mrs. Snubham. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes, please. Tell us then, Master Alphanod. Does Ishgard meet your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the Wyverns in Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating, the casualties unspeakable. The women did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Emmerich has ordered his knights to strengthen our defences, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There is much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you have done for us, we would welcome an opportunity to repay your kindness. This is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. You are guests at my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lion. Nevertheless, Ishgard needs is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from foreign sources, identifying trustworthy supplies, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Mistress Nebhem, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself. A woman with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Antoriel and Emmanuel in their duties. Emmanellian. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty myself. I have no need of our honoured guest's assistance. Brats. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would send no one a famous hero offered to do his work? Brats. Hold your tongues by the fury. The two of you will conduct yourself with dignity befitting your station and show Mr. Snubham the respect she deserves. This is the woman who slew Gaius van Balsa and some half-dozen primals beside. She is not here to steal your glorious serve as your errand girl. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Mr. Snubham, I should be much obliged if you could lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. Twould seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our offer was solely for appearance sake. In truth, he is glad of this opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Fort Temps has taken tremendous risk. Until we demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large, the Count will face considerable opposition from his peers, in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. Brats. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something about our missing comrades. And you go on about helping the two young lords with their various responsibilities. You will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard. Maybe new allies? Yes. The more I think on it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Who will be a fool? Bard machine is done. Definitely this one. Oh, double quests. Level 50 question marks. Emmanellian and editorial. Over the wall. Let us begin anew, Mr. Snubham. I am Sir Antoriel de Fortemps, eldest son of Count Edmond de Fortemps. You will forgive me my outburst, I hope. I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Horsefant has spoken of you often. If you are even half the woman he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. To the matter at hand, then. We will be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House Durende and Desmael. You are aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it? Aye, well, suffice it to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me with joy. However, it is the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this crucial juncture. We shall speak more of that anon. First, we must needs secure transportation to Falcon's Nest. Let us make for the Chocobo stables in the Foundation. And you need what? Shall we begin then, old girl? Ah, but where are my manners? Emmanellian therefore Temps. Second son of Count Edmond therefore Temps. Trueborn, that is. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on meager allowances, forever overshadowed by his sibling. Not I, old girl. Not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure this business with the Sea of Clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deed can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than Antoriel. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, don't look at me like that. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Helionart. They have been ever steadfast friends of our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity. Poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Can Sid come? I'm wondering how they said other comrades could come. Are we just talking about those like 6 that I'm missing, or however I don't want to count? So let's see how we help out these kids. Brats? We'll see. Are you ready to depart, madam? The ship is bound for Camp Cloudtop. We'll be leaving shortly. Sure thing. How dare they have cities in the sky with dragons attacking? That is very... Maybe this is why dragons are attacking. Ooh. Will we stop the Ishgardian war? Because that would be dank. Huh.
Upon an airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home. High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore.
Ooh, it's new.
To a fledgling outpost, within the Sea of Clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, she came.
Awfully cold up here. I mean, Kothis may be blessed with the warmest, may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, a hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain that strong, sullen persona all the time, you know. Never mind. We need to find Lady Lynette. She's in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead, yes? Excellent. Either it? I mean, oh, yeah, I did not expect that to be possible. It was. It's okay. Oh, it's enemies, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was in a city, but the city was just... Okay. I'm glad I attuned. That glamour doesn't work anymore. Mistress Nebhem, welcome. I am Sir Lanilette, the Hallionart, commander of the forces stationed here at Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so. Were it not for you, my younger brother Francel, I remember him, would have been executed upon the world of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go where duty demands, and thus I have been unable to seek you out. But by the grace of alone, I have been granted an opportunity to thank you for thank my brother's saviour in person, and to call upon her generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I have done to deserve this double blessing. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, my lady Lynette. Lynette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on a battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emmanellian, if it's not too much to ask, I would be grateful if you would allow me to finish speak with Mistress Nebhem. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravinian attacks, incursions. The high elevation afforded by the floating isle make it ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us a ready target for attacks. We are not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragon. Alas, you may have noticed it's currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts has been hampered with an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu, with whom we have had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match of a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much more may be asked of you in the days to come, Mistress Nebhem. While I understand that Count Edmund's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring the Lord doesn't get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but if left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him that I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outliers. Then you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private. Make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emmanellian from shirking his duty. Okay. A request from Lynette. Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must see me standing here, but a few yolms away. Never mind. What is it? A mission? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Ah, Mistress Nebhem, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honorit. I'm going to go with it. And I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emmanellian. Lady Lynette would have me accompany Lord Emmanellian next mission. Oh, I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Were he another house, mayhap I would not feel obliged to go to such length to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listened to you, at least more so than others. Mayhap you are more skilled at this than most. Ah, yeah. I suspect you have had humor in your fair share of difficult men before. Had to humor. Oh, pretty. Oh. Now that Emmanellian is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as our struggles with the Vanuvanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to conduct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between the people for half a year until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitude towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on supplies flown in from Ishgard. The words are not subtle for first-hand experience. Go and see Samariel. She could use your assistance. Do I smell Asians afoot? I can't fly anymore. Mistress Nebim, I presume. Lady Lynette told me you were coming. Heard you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol and you'll sure to cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are a native to the Floating Isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless the Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Hell, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in these areas, and or drive them away. Okay, how do they look like? Standing watch. Nothing I can do. So is that a Vanu, just different named, or was that something else? We shall see. Standing watch. You steel yourself for a mighty struggle, yet find no Vanu lying in wait. Okay. Titan! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! ！ ! Report back to Marielle. Finished with your patrol. Anything to report? Maybe it's too much to hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can solace in the fact that Halion has blessed us with a mighty ally. Nah. Did not mean to do that, but okay. Accepting your recent clash with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is backwater of no significance. And of course the pride of our camp, our Vaunter Protector, in its perpetual state of needing repair. So even were the Holy See to come under Dravinian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. Simply put, Mistress Nabheim, this is where ambitions come to pass. If you haven't aspired for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I would like to think that such enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you indulge me, would you have us seek out the sentries, stroke their fighting spirit, psych them up, you might say? I would love to. This transmog does not suit this horse, and I think I need to re-transmog. Re-glamour. My summoner. Kinda done with this now. Psych you up, you can do this. Your gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert, but really, I failed to see the point. We're hundreds of miles away from the front lines, which is just about like it, thank you very much. Yeah, drew the lucky card then. You can do it. Oh, what is this? Is this the Horde? With a fury? Whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Can you just do your job, maybe? You're not psyched up. Is it an attack? What should we do? What should we do? You had me fooled there for a moment, old girl. An amusing jest, a bit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am to the monotony of more sentry duty. Yet still, you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all. Lady Lynette will give me a grand mission as benefits my station. Oh. Report back to Marielle. The entitlements, is that what we say, isn't it? Mm. Many thanks, Mistress Nabham. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon, Lord Emmanellian said what? I have no doubt that Lady Lynette will do her utmost to oblige him. No, sorry about that, but not gonna take too much experience that I don't need. Still 115, yep. Sir Muriel fears what might come of Lord Emmanellian's newfound ambition. If Lord Emmanellian is going to demand more generous duty, then I expect Lady Lynette will want you to accompany him. You might well speak with her sooner rather than later. There is no use avoiding the inevitable. Yeah. I can follow him as his... something he'll take. Mistress Nabham, Lord Emmanellian has just informed me that mere sentry duty is beneath him. You understand we have you to thank for this epiphany? Well, there is nothing for it but to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Excellent. We are in constant need of fresh water in Camp Cloudtop, as there are no underground sources we can tap with wells. However, there's a unique variety of crystals we have recently discovered, which might enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vaux Sian-Siran, to the east of here. I would have you and Emmanellian bring one back to us. You may have to contend with feral beasts which populate the lake, not to mention Vanu scouting range from the nearby settlement. Of course, all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained, but you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck, and be safe. Lady Lynette told you to tell me about the mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is it? A vital mission on the success of which every survival camp of Cloudtop resists a producement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusts me with a mission of real import. Right then, let's go, let's go! And that is where I was-ish. Garuda. I would say this is water. So this is Vaux Sian-Siran of legend, and near Ivanu inside. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know. Why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds the superior specimen wins. Honor shall judge our... Honor it. Shall judge our entries in size, purity, and say aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Yeah, it's difficult to keep you safe like this, but okay. Oh, look at that cutie. Look at that cutie. Somebody, anybody. Crystal, Crystal. Oh, I missed those downstairs maybe. Water crystal is not bad to exhibit proper described by Lady Lynette. Perhaps you should inspect another. Claim a message. Look at my new mount. I am... What's it called again? Trusted with the sylphs. And I got a mount. He's so cute when he flies, but it's gonna be a while till we can see him fly up here, I guess. Oh, I'm getting out of the edge. What crystal does not pair? Maybe you should look for another. The crystal appears to be seething a steady stream of water. Perhaps this is a crystal Lilian seeks. Okay. Ah, Mistress Nephem, have you brought your entry for the contest? You're saying Emmanellian is not back and I need to go save him. I won't be surprised. My understanding of such thing is limited, but it can truly be used to draw moisture from air like water from a pump. Fascinating. Ugh. When it's green, I change, okay? Oh, pretty. Balls. Lord Emmanellian has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you by chance see him while you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the danger of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I must ask you to assist me in looking for him, Mistress Nephem. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray search the southern areas of Vaux Siran as swiftly as you are able to rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Who is surprised? Not me. Gonna be ninja for a little bit. Refreshing on that, how that works. Surveyed surroundings for a time, but see no sign of Emmanellian. Okay, then I'll survey up here, I guess. Well, Survey, well, I'm on my way to Survey up here. Survey on the go. Ooh. But Mr. Snapham, Lord Emmanellian has been taken by the Vanu. They had my lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Of course. Will it humble him a little bit? Doubt it, but I can hope. Ooh, pretty. Level tank, okay. The Vanu must have taken him to that village. Mayhap to present to their chieftain? I will make haste to rouse Sword and tell Lynette what has happened. Yet by this time I return with aid. It may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Mistress Nabham, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Emmanellian in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know it can be a trifling presumption and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Agree with that. Ninja's fun, it's just very easy to get out of which ninjutsu to use. So it needs to be kept fresh. Hope I'm not making this more difficult for your tribes to cohabitate, but I'm guessing it will. I have a feeling this is not one of the ones I will become friendly with. But they are cute though, so I hope they have also like a reputation that this is it called? I don't know. A reputation faction that is friendly. But the Fury are not going to eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners. Stubbo! Stubbo! I'm over here! Untying? Oh, that's a big knot. Phew. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Netherling, think away like gullible Gallicus. Rally warriors of Gendu, let none escape. I was meant to do that one. I tried to do that one. I meant to do that one. Language. Yeah. You're so scary you can't even fight, little boy. You're just gonna let us pass. There they come. Oh, if this doesn't give him some... humbling. Don't know what will. Maybe this experience will de-gratify him. Help us right, Stabbo! Where? Paul's fan, is that you? Thank heavens! Get us out of here! Where? Keep Emmanellian safe, Stabbo. We will hold him off. You're running that way. Is that holding them off? I guess it is. The lofty. Okay. Yeah, you walk away. This way, quickly! You really can't run very fast, so quickly is on your training exercise previously.
Reinforcements?
Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vundo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells and he comes.
He? Oi, son. I deem that also to be water.
The white, mighty Bismarck, lord of the mists.
Yeah.
Flying whale? By the fury, it's a primal. We must away.
Yeah. Primal hunting, back to basics. Whoop. No. Brats.
Damn.
Let's just send them.
Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
I love this.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Fant! He is my priority. I'm just saying, he is the greatest. Yeah, whoopsie. I thought he might eat us and that just starts something up. I'm assuming that will happen at one point, but yeah, not right now. The gods only know what might have happened had I not been around to save you. No need to thanks, though. It's not as you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with creation of theirs protector. Apparently they just can't seem to get her flying. This creation of theirs, yeah, not the creation. I was like, repairs is the word I'm looking for, isn't it? Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop will always therefore be Clamp Cloudtop, because that L just sneaks in. I came here to Clamp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship. I only learned that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. A small wall, I thought, just as that lordling's man 7 skittled into view, babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I'm here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon. I promise. And will we have gotten some sense into Emmanellian? Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know, me, Tet. On the other hand, by risking life and limb on the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old girl, is no small feat! I've made an historic discovery. In fact, even Lady Lynette will have no choice to acknowledge it. Yes. I'm rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praising. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? The humble lasted a sentence, but it is a sentence more than we've had before. So maybe soon it'll be 2 sentences. And from there it can only grow, you know. Okay, just don't attack me when I fall, and then I will die. Oh no! Okay, it wasn't as high a fall as last time. Um. Praise alone, I fear the worst. What happened out there? Look at him. A primal? Are you sure? Yeah, now I think of it, this Bismarck is reminiscent of the white whale of Vanu legend. A massive creature to swim in the sea of clouds. From what I've learned from comparable summonings, the presence of the Vanu's god would certainly explain the sudden change in the behavior toward the people of Clamp Cloudtop. You mean to say that they have fallen under the primal's influence? I recall reading such things in a document provided by Master Alphino. Aren't we forgetting something important, Lady Lynette? A little recognition for the hero of the hour? A few choice expressions of gratitude, respect, admiration, and so on? Why, yes, you are right, of course. Mistress Nabheim deserves all that more for having risked her life to rescue such an esteemed personage. Well, if there's naught else to discuss, I would depart for Ishgard forthwith. The Holy See and the Temple Knights must be informed of this new threat without delay. But of course, Mistress Nabheim, you have done more than enough here. Pray return to Ishgard with the horse fand and give my warmest regards to the Count. So that's it then. No more forays into enemy territory? Very well, I can see my services are no longer needed. Take care, Lady Lynette. May our next meeting take place under more felicitous circumstances. Felicitous? That is a new word. All's well that ends well, eh? To the airship landing then, so we can speak more on the journey home. So I can just port home. Don't have to speak with him here. No, okay. Then I'm just porting home. And we will find him in the pillars with Artenian Emmanellian. And we'll do warrior, because why not? A reward long in common, still level 50. I confess, I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience incredibly invigorating. Or mayhap it's simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Aymeric of all that has occurred. Emmanellian should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from the ordeal? If he's boasted up his ego even more, you mean? It was the last vigil. Port instead of run, you say? Yes, please. Getting used to these ports, that's how I learn a city. Welcome, Mr. Snabham. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. Yes, you shall. Oh, it's you, Stabbo. Did he have to strike me so hard? Yes, yes he did. Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in camp at Cloudtop. How I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Playing. Did they ever get the crystal from me though? Kind of need the water. And then we are to help the second son. The younger son. What will his moves be? That we shall see in the next video. This is an intriguing learning of Ishgardian people. Story so far. We shall see where it goes with the next brother in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and Stabbo out.